Hello, my name is Valeria Coronel, and my societal research paper was on sexual assault on college campuses. College campuses are supposed to be an environment where we begin an independent life from our parents and take charge of what our futures are soon going to be. College is a new experience that all students are eager to explore and be a part of, a place where we are supposed to be safe and feel protected. But for some, their college experience took a terrible turn. Sexual assault on college campuses has become a growing issue. According to sexual assault incidences among college undergraduates, women and gender nonconforming students reported the highest rate of sexual assault, being 28% and 38%. Men were assaulted at rates of 12.5. His way of helping is, according to the American Association of University Women, found that 75% of nearly 4,000 main or primary campuses of colleges reported zero incidents of sexual assault or rape as part of the required annual safety report. Strader, Williams, Cunningham, 2017. Colleges rather not report the assaults so they do not have to declare it in their statistics for their annual safety report, as they feel if they do, it will taint their reputation of being a safe environment for incoming students. This would always also affect their revenue of donation and other forms of funding the college receives. They hide it because they don't want funding, their reputation, to be damaged. They rather see a struggling student deal with the ordeal of being sexually assaulted as long as the college remains intact. And in order for colleges to continue to keep their rates low, they will discourage the student from going any further from accusing the perpetrator. The ways they discourage the student is to ask them if they were drinking that night or what was she wearing. This tactic discourages young women to go any further with reports, as the college is now blaming the victim as if he or she did something wrong. They much rather save face and protect the college. A survivor story is one of Kelly Yang, who attended Harvard Law at the age of 17. Kelly Yang was attacked by a fellow student. After the incident, her attacker told her, "I should probably go to church for what I just did to you." He then followed by saying, "And you should probably take a shower." Yang did shower, trying to wash away any trace of her attacker and the trauma she just experienced. What is worse is that her attacker had some of her same classes, and she saw him almost every day, and he also lived across her dorm. Yang then decided to go to the university nurse and do the necessary rape kits and told the dean of students what happened. She also moved dorms and filed an anonymous police report. Yang then filed a formal complaint in Harvard Law Administrative Board against her attacker. She brought formal charges of assault to the board. The board asked Yang to sign a document stating that she would not bring a formal complaint to the police. Colleges asked that, as a complaint to the police officially requires the school to report her assault within their annual safety report. Yang unknowingly signs the document, thinking that the university she admires will do right by her and give her the justice she deserves, as that is what the university ultimately stands for. As the school proceeded with their in-house investigation, the school had their own trial in which she had to sit in a room with her attacker and listen to him call her a liar. Yang was re-victimized again, and she had to sit and explain the events that occurred while in front of her attacker. Yang presented all the evidence she had, but Harvard Law found her attacker not guilty. The university turned around and began to investigate her for malicious prosecution. To make matters worse, the board voted on whether or not to take Yang's degree away from her, one that she had earned. Yang was found not guilty, and when she was giving the verdict by the board, one of the faculty members said, "Congratulations, you get to graduate. Let me give you a bit of advice. Move on." This is a prime example of a college that chose to keep their reputation intact rather than protect a student that was seeking their protection. Colleges are more concerned with negative publicity. A federal law that requires universities to investigate and resolve claims of sexual misconduct is called Title IX. Many colleges are now under investigation for failing to uphold this law. Over recent years, rape allegations have risen from 2009, with only having 11 Title IX complaints involving sexual violence, to 2013, where 30 complaints were filed. Then during the first half of 2014, 33 complaints were filed. Colleges have to do better. It is time for change. College campuses have to do more to stop sexual assault from happening on their campuses. They have to help and protect the survivor of sexual assault instead of worrying about the school's reputation that they rather protect than the survivor, and bringing an attacker to justice. By the way they handled sexual assault cases, it just shows an attacker that any man or woman can get away with this crime. Better policies and awareness for sexual assault can keep the rates low at which sexual assault happens, instead of trying to hide the complaints of so many young women and men that are sexually assaulted every year.